All right, so welcome to a new week Sunday watch list. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is not gonna just tell you what I'm watching. We're gonna actually make a plan together. All right, so I'll show you the actual source of how to make a plan, the sort of things that you gotta be careful about, the sort of stocks that I like to stay away from, the daily setups, what they kind of look like. So basically, we'll make a plan from scratch, and alongside you learn why am I not picking certain stock, why am I picking a certain stock. And this video might be a little bit long, but hey, it'll be worth it. All right, so let's get to it. Now, the first thing is that I only like to trade just these names. I'm a sort of trader. I kind of treat my stocks like these things as something that I'm always very, very careful what I'm gonna be watching for the day, what I'm gonna be trading every single day. I do not like to just watch random stocks because that's just not me as a trader. I like to kind of keep things super simple, same stocks every day but different setups. About you can say about 80 or 90% of the money that I've total made from day trading has come from these names. So they are my everyday list of stocks that I watch every single day. All right, so let's go over and I'll explain the reasoning. So now SPY and QQQs, because they're overall markets, I watch them every day, every week, regardless of whatever happening. So we'll see what's happening. First things first, I want to see if there's any trend line forming here. So what we'll do is we'll kind of zoom out a little bit, try to drop trend line. Maybe actually, maybe it is. Not as clean that I want to, but that's two touches here. If we extend this towards the back, extend left. No radii, is it? Yeah, at this point we are pretty much forcing it, but if you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually, yeah, there is a trend line, and yes. Okay, so this is a big trend line, as you can see. Let me just fix this trend line one more time. All right, this is a bigger trend line that we have, and by the looks of it, looks like it's trying to break below that little trend line that we had right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, quite a few touches, right? Looks like now we are breaking below. So let's zoom in, try to formulate a plan. It might just retest this and go lower, or it might just keep going lower. So let's make a plan. Now, first level that I kind of see is maybe I like to drop a level roughly here where we closed other day, 508.1. So just because it's 0.1, we'll just make it 0.508. Just 508. 508. Below that, 505 looks like a critical level. Just last time when we broke this, we kind of went down here. Last time when we broke this, we went down here. And below that would be this area, 507, 503.5, because there was a previous all-time highs. When it broke, it just kept going higher. Also kind of retested here. Below that would be maybe just this 500 mark. Yeah, it's a little bit too far away. I want to kind of drop a level here as well. 501.8. Now, where does that level come from? It comes from right here. Look at this, few touches. And then 500. Now, if 500 breaks, things get funny because there's a big gap fill right here. Can get down to this 497.3. But this is the downside setups, okay? But the upside, they're actually, it might reject here, but regardless, if we do have to make a maybe 512, will be low quality. I'll be playing upside. Maybe I'll be a little bit scared playing the upside. We'll see. 512, 514, 515.5, and then this highs. All right. Now, if we have to see the upside, this will be it. Okay. And this is SPY. This is how we draw levels on SPY. Now let's do QQQs really quick. If there's a trend line forming on SPY, there might be a trend line forming on QQQs as well. So let's see. Okay, this is that for now. Zoom out. few touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Finally breaking below. Sweet. This has been a critical level in the past. This 434 area. Yep, and 434 looks like it tried to break and even closed below 434. That's good. In the past, look at this. It was a very critical area. Now this 432.5, almost the lows of Friday that we saw. If this level breaks, we might head down to this area. Look at this. It's a critical, looks like a critical level to me, 430-ish. So we'll be watching this 430. Below that, probably there's a gap fill right down this point, 425-ish. Now, it might not go down to 425 straight away, but something to watch. Okay, there might be some levels in the middle as well, 420 every couple of dollars, every dollar or something. But towards the upside, it might just retest this and go down, or probably above 442-ish, man. 442, 444, 446, and then all-time highs. Just level, these came from just here. Alright, sweet. Spiky QQs look good for the downside. Now Apple. Lately I'm not in love with Apple, not gonna lie. It's just been chopping around too much. Like, it was good, like, look at this. So much chop. It's been stuck in this range, like it's almost like a $3 range, was stuck there. Then finally decided to move, and that move happened overnight. Like, look at this, chop, up and down wick, chop, up and down wick. Almost the move happened overnight, and you know, it's been playing around too much. So that's why I do not like. I like to trade when we see a trend like this. You see this actual move that happened, open at the same price and pushes. It's just like rubbish. This move is rubbish. That's why I'm not watching Apple. AMD. Now AMD was very, very, very strong. Like, you gotta literally just so go. Like, I cannot digest the fact that it was like 140, then went to 230 within like 2 months. It's crazy. And then it got rejected. So far, it's still in kind of a downtrend. So it'll be fun if we break below this 184.7 level, because it's in the past a critical level as well, down to this critical level of 180-ish. So this will be 180. And this will be 184.7. Below that, probably we have 170, this 177.5. 177.5, and then probably 175. Alright, these are the downside. Now if it decided to go upside, I'll watch 194 move towards probably every $1 move, every $2 move, 196, 200. 200 is critical, but up until 200, every pretty much every $1 move, I'll keep an eye. Okay. So 194, 195, 196, 197, 198. Alright, do I have to draw this? Alright, well, you know, just because you said so, I'll draw them. Alright, done. So this is AMD, then comes Amazon. So what are we watching so far? We are watching SPY, we're watching QQQs, we're watching AMD. Amazon, like, so, like, this is such a big little zone, like big and little zone at the same time. We up and down like you see. So it'll be fun if it breaks below this 171-ish. Then probably we have some room down to 170, 168. Otherwise, it might just bounce off here. I'm not going to be watching this. The only reason is it's not making a lot, like, big move. It's only like $2 move during the whole day, and that goes slow as well. So, you know what? I'm not watching this. Like, it does like to play chop, and then couple days of trend, chop, 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 chop. And this is what it does. I don't like to, risk too much money there. Now, Meta could be interesting now. Since Meta had these earnings, it literally gapped up from 395 to all the way to 460. and then it went to nearly 525, 530. Now I personally think since then we haven't seen a downtrend, right? It's like still playing around, but it can get funny. It can be good if it especially breaks below this 480 area. Now 480 breaks towards the downside. I think 475 could be, actually probably 470 can be next. I'm not gonna go straight away like in one candle. It will take its sweet time, maybe this whole week, slowly it starts pushing down lower. But this would be a level 480 down to 476, 470. Towards the upside, I probably want to see a break above 500 again. Like, if you have to risk your hard-earned money, you may as well want to wait for the best setup, you know what I mean? Then 504, probably, yeah. Alright, Meta looks good for the downside. Comes Microsoft, again, super freaking playing around. It went up, moves down. The trend intraday, it's a little bit funny. Like, it kind of gets hard to trade with these wicks right at the bottom, big wicks. And then when you finish trading around 11 o'clock Eastern time, then it picks up. And then, other day we caught this big move towards the upside and also this dump towards the downside. It was all right. It pays decent. But now, looking at this chart, it just doesn't talk to me right now. Upside doesn't look clean because of this volume. The downside doesn't look clean just because of so much support sitting here. So if we have to take a trade, I would, probably there might be a trend line forming. Yeah. There is a trend line forming right here. So if we have to take a trade, it's probably gonna be below this trend line or below this kind of, probably this 400 area. Now, if it gets below 400, sweet. Now, of course, probably we might take a quick scalp, if intraday picks up. Now, if you want to look for a decent move, that probably is gonna be below 400. Towards the upside, I'll be interested in 423, move towards all-time highs, and then 430. Not the best setup, but we'll keep an eye on this. Then comes Nvidia and AMD, they've been, oh my god, they've been nuts, man. Nvidia, do you want to know when Nvidia was when the years opened? Nvidia was sitting at this 475-ish area. I bought 1,000 shares of Nvidia in September or October of 2022. 1,000 shares. About, I think I paid my average is like $130 or something. 1,000 shares. Now that at the peak, 1,000 shares were worth almost $1 million. Crazy, huh? Crazy long term. This stock has been crazy. But anyway, now Nvidia probably towards the downside. Let me put 8 EMA. Let me turn 8 EMA on. 21. Okay, so I personally think we might see some downside below this 860 area. If 860 breaks toward the downside, might see 850. 850 just because it's 850. Please don't ask me where did I get 850 from. 850 down to probably this wick right here, the bottom of this wick, 842. Yeah, 842 towards the upside. At least break of 900. At least a break of 9, and like, you gotta take a trade at least 900. If 900 breaks, probably 906.7. Then we have 915. 915. Yeah. Nvidia. Alright. Not the A plus setup, so I won't main watch it. Then comes Tesla. Tesla has been weak. Weak. Start of the year, Tesla was roughly at $260. Now it's $160. It's just a funny name, man. It's just a crazy name. Like, I don't know. It moves up and down based on some weird looking analyst says something and the whole stock moves up and down. Alright, anyway. 161 would be a level that we'll pay attention to if it breaks below, probably 160.8. If it breaks below that, we can see 160. Now, we might have a little bit of a hard time breaking 160, but if it does break, we have like 150, like every $1 move. This is what, it's $150 stock. What do you expect it to make? Too big of a move? I don't think so. 159, probably down to 157.3, and then we have a decent move right here. I'll pick up, like for me personally, if it gets down to somewhere around 110, 120, I don't think so. If it does, I'm gonna pick up maybe about 1,000 shares. I'll pick up maybe 2,000, maybe 2,000. It's gonna be cheap, 120. That's 120,000. Yeah, I'll dump $250,000. Yeah, that's Tesla. That's Tesla for now. For downside, Tesla upside, I don't know, man. It's in a downtrend. I don't really want to dump money into unless it's like a micro trend, intraday trend. It might be a little different. But if we have to do I won't. Unless it's a micro trend. I don't, like the charts don't tell us. But yeah, you see what we did here? We went over all the stocks and looked why I don't like Apple. I told you, little moves. Why I don't like Amazon, stuck in the range. Why I don't like Microsoft. I kind of like it, but it has to be below this big levels for me to kind of trade it. Why I don't like Nvidia. The charts just don't look. And also, it's an $850 stock. The option premiums are expensive. I would rather, if I want to make 10-20% on my money, if I take it $5,000 position size, I make 20%. That's $1,000, right? I take 2 or 3 trades like that. That's $3,000. I'm happy. I don't have to trade Nvidia actively, even if the setup is not there, just because. Oh my God, what if I make a lot of money? Like, come on. I'm happy with like 3,000-4,000 a day. I'm chill. You see what I'm saying? That's fuck you money, man. But yeah, that's this is how you watch. This is how you And how long it took me? About 18 minutes. This video up until this point is 18 minutes. 18 minutes to make my plan over the weekend. So let's go. I'll see you during the week. Goodbye. And also, hey, if you're still watching this, also make sure you follow my Instagram, K_capitals. The link should be in the description below. And Sumesh Trades. Okay, they both have different sort of content. Follow both. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.